Hi everyone, it's a beautiful day down here at the beach. I'm going to see if we can find some fossils. I know I always say this, but oh, didn't even notice the dead seal here next to me. It's a big one. It's right over there. Anyway, yeah, hoping to find a penguin or maybe a seal, a fossil one. A lot of rocks on the beach today, so might well be something out here. Oh, let me just get upwind from that seal. I'll let you know when I find the first fossil. I saw this concretion and it had a really interesting shape, kind of that penguin shape. So I flipped it over and got super excited. I thought I'd found a penguin or a bird. But I think that's just a crayfish claw sticking out there. Well, I'll say just a crayfish claw, but that's a really nice crayfish. If it is one, there's nothing else sticking out. I think that's one of its pincers coming out there. And nothing else visible, so the rest of it should be in pretty good shape inside here. I still haven't figured out how to prep them. They're really thin. Still wonder if air abrasion might not be the way to go with them. But yeah, that's a good find. On the board, it's my best find for a couple of weeks. I haven't been finding much. Yeah, it's good to find something. Let's see what else is down here. That's a beautiful piece of bone down there. Hoping that we can see what kind of bone it is. And look at that. That's beautiful. It's just a fragment. It's a really nice piece of fossil bone though. Beautiful color. I'm really hopeful we're going to find something good today. There's some good material around here. It's just going to be a question of taking my time, looking closely at the rocks, and finding that nice bone cluster. There's two good fossils. Beautiful, almost like a brown color to this. Probably from a vertebra, given the size, but can't really tell from the shape. Here's the first mystery for today. I'm thinking it's probably a crab pincer that's sticking out there, but it's weird enough to keep just on the off chance that there's something good inside. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not bone. I think it's just part of a crab, but even that'd be pretty cool. There's so much to look at today, so I'm really taking my time. It's going like a meter at a time and just stopping and then going through everything in front of me. So I don't want to miss anything good. It's a beautiful day, there's no wind at all. I think I see a tiny bit of bone down there. Yeah, that looks like bone. Right over there. Yeah, that's definitely bone. Maybe a few other flecks in there, but not much. Yeah, that's good. I think we can see maybe there's the end of a joint on the other side of this, or inside the rock. Might be worth just doing a quick prep on that. Still haven't found that penguin, but maybe this is a tiny bit of one. Let's keep looking. Like always, I'm staying well clear of the cliffs. You don't want to go near these cliffs, they come down all the time. So I'm about 20 meters away from it. It's probably a safe distance. That was a nice little patch to check out. I managed to find a crayfish. It's one of those really delicate ones. You can see there's bits of it sticking out. There's the tail. So that's the tail curling around here. Yeah, so that's a tiny one, not as big as the one I found earlier. Yeah, I like that little wash over there. I might go check it out again. This is so weird. I just came to this part of the cliff because there's no overhang, so it's safe to look at. And I saw a tiny shark tooth. I don't know if you can make it out. Where's it now? There. It's a really, really sharp shark tooth, and I actually found it just by running my hand down the cliff and feeling something sharp. And I've often found that's a good way to find these tiny shark teeth. Put my bag down to get my equipment out, to get that out in one piece. Look down. And there's a bone cluster. I think it's a bone cluster. Yeah, that's some... I think there's some bones in there. Let's go wash it and have a look at it. Just need to keep my place so I don't lose this tiny shark tooth. Just make a little arrow in the sand so I know where it is. Let's go wash this and see what this is. It's definitely bony looking. Yeah, quite weird. That's so cool. I never would have found this if I didn't stop and look for that shark tooth. Because it's covered half by sand. That's cool. I don't think that's a crab. Yeah, I suppose it could be the claws of a crab. No, I'm not seeing bone texture, but whatever it is, I'm excited about it. It's a good find. Yeah, like I say, I'm not seeing definite bone structure. So maybe a crab, or maybe something weird, like a penguin. Okay, let me go get this stowed away. Managed to get it out in one piece. I have to use the microscope to get that dirt off it. Actually, the ultrasonic cleaner will probably work really well. It worked for the 4-amp, so it should work for this. Time to start heading back. You can see the tide's coming in. There's not an awful lot of beach left. Don't want to get trapped out here for the night. Let's get going. I think I see a tiny little agate down there. think that's an agate. It's got some rings on it, but it's very tiny. It's got a bit of a blue color to it. That's pretty cool. I think I saw a crab over here. Oh no, it's actually it's one of those sand dollars. Not a fossil one, I think. It's still got the hair on it. It's a modern one. So I'm still walking back home. It's so weird. I've walked past here. I mean, those are my footprints heading the other way. And this is a huge piece of bone. It's about 2 feet. It's like 60 centimeters long. And it must be like part of a whale rostrum or mandible or something like that. But there's nothing interesting in it. But still, it just shows you. You can easily miss things, even something this big. A few bits of bone there, but no ear bones. And I'm many kilometers from the car, so I'm going to leave that behind. Tiny bit of bone over there. Let's keep heading back. Don't know if you can see that, but there's something bright. I don't know if you can see that, but there's something bright yellow sticking out over there. I haven't looked at it yet, but let's have a look. That's weird. It's so bright. Wow. Some kind of agate or chalcedony, or was it flint? All different types of silica, I suppose, but yeah, I've never seen one like that. That's beautiful. Let's go give it a wash. That's strange, there's some fog coming in quite quickly over the ocean there. Yeah, that really is an agate. You see the banding, it's beautiful. I wonder what it's doing over here. Might be another glacial erratic. What I mean by glacial erratic is just a stone that was picked up by a glacier many kilometers away and left down here. So just kind of moved by a glacier. That's the nicest agate I've found on the beaches here. Don't know if you can make out, but there's mist forming so quickly over here. I've never seen anything like it. I'm still walking back to the car and the mist is getting thicker, and I just about missed this fossil. So it's quite an interesting looking one. Just kind of saw it out the corner of my eye. It's a nice piece of bone there. Yeah, it's probably a bit of fish. Shiny, shiny fish. Still a nice bit of bone. It's weird how jagged that edge is there. Might be something interesting. I'll take it home. Yeah, I'm still stoked about that little agate I found. It's quite often these bits of shell conglomerate. Every now and again you see a little bit of bone in between, but I've never found anything good in this stuff. Not even shark teeth. Okay, I'm almost back at the car, I think. It's been a long day. It's been a 5-hour hike. And the mist is really coming in. I haven't found much in the last while, but I'm getting close to the car where there should be some more fossils, so maybe you can find one or two more good ones. It's been a good hike though, good fossil hunt. I found 2 fossils since the last stop. This tiny little crab, it's a bit worn away, not much left of it. I'm going to leave that on the rock here for someone to find. And then this whale vertebra, it's a bit water worn, but still it's a nice big whale vertebra. I'll take that back home, add it to my collection of whale vertebras. There's another piece of petrified wood that I keep finding on the beaches here in Canterbury. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of growth rings showing there. A bit of grain there. I actually don't think I've cut a piece of petrified wood from here. Might be worth doing, seeing what it shows up as. I was just putting that piece of petrified wood away in my bag over here. Notice this rock. It's got something over there. It's probably just a shell, but if I use my imagination, it almost looks like bone. So I'll take it back. It's tiny. There's nothing else really sticking out, but yeah, there's definitely something in there. Take that back. See what's inside there. Made it back to the car. That was quite a walk. That was a 5 or 6 hour walk. At least it's getting to be summer, so there's a lot of daylight left. Let me go find some dinner and we can do a wrap up at home. Here are today's finds. Actually quite a few fossils in here. It's not bad for a, what was it, 5 or 6 hour hike. Pack got pretty heavy towards the end, but yeah, found some pretty cool things. Let's start off with these bits of bone. This is the first bit of bone I found. It was still in the sediment, so it couldn't have been long out of the cliff. Unfortunately, you can't see too much of the shape. It's quite worn away. But yeah, it's a nice chunk of bone. And this is the other one that's still inside the concretion. You can just see there's a tiny bit of it sticking out there. Gonna have to probably try and get it out of there with the air scribe. I can't really see anything else in here. Just that one bone. I don't know if it's worth spending a lot of time on it. Here's that really nice big piece of bone that I found towards the end. I think this is from a vertebra of a whale, just judging by the size. And I think you can almost see the epiphyses over there, which is the bit that goes on top of the vertebra, the vertebra cookie. So that could well be from the neck of a whale. This is quite an interesting little one. I spotted this piece of bone, I got pretty excited. And then if you look towards here, if you use the imagination, that could be the fin of a fish. And those are the little bones just sticking out of it. It's got the look of fish to it. You know, it's got a few of these really shiny bones sticking out. So I'm thinking it's a partial fish inside here with a few cool little bones in there. One of my crabs I found today, I think that's just a crab claw sticking out there. So hopefully the rest of the crab's inside there. This is the one I was really excited about. I thought it was maybe a shark tooth or some bones sticking out of it. Looking at it closer now, I think that's a crab claw. So half of a crab claw over there, and the rest of it actually does look like it could be from a crab or a crayfish. gonna guess crab, and this is probably one of the claws over there. I was really hoping this would be a really nice bone cluster, but yeah, I think it's a large crab, quite a flat one. As you can see there's not much to it. It's probably worn away at the top over here. This is my favorite find from the day. A really nice crayfish. Where's its arm now? There's the crayfish arm, so you can see it's sticking out over here. I got pretty excited thinking it might be a bird bone, but yeah, that's a crayfish arm sticking out the front there, and the rest of the crayfish should be inside here. Pretty complete, I think. It'd be quite a large one as well. Like I mentioned in the video, I think I'm not quite sure how to prep these crayfish yet. I'm going to get my micro air abrasion set up properly, and I think that might be the trick to these. The air scribe's a little bit too harsh on it, and acid won't work because calcium carbonate, I think, is what these shells are made of, and that will just dissolve in the acid. Yeah, that's going to be a really nice complete crayfish. Well, I've got that piece of petrified wood and agate ready to be cut, so let's head over to the cutting area and see what's inside there. This petrified wood is actually quite pretty inside. I didn't expect it to be such a nice dark color, and you can see there's some really nice growth rings going all the way through there. Yeah, that turned out better than expected. Here's the agate. Some really nice banding there. Quite happy with it. It's a really nice surprise. You don't normally find agates on the beaches where I go fossil hunt. Yeah. But yeah, it might be some common opal down there and bands of chalcedony. I'm not sure. Someone will probably know. Let me know what you think. I almost forgot about that little shark tooth. Let's go see if we can get it out of the silt and then have a look at it under the microscope, because I think it's going to be pretty small. Thanks so much everyone for joining me on that fossil hunt. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was good to put in some long kilometers again and find a cool few fossils. It's been a while since I've done a big hike like that. And shout out to Manny and Finn, two local fossil hunters. I met Manny on the beach not too long ago, and he found an awesome crab, so well done on that, Manny. I think it was his first crab. If you found any cool fossils in the last while, please send them in. I've got my email address below, and I'll put them on the end of the next fossil hunt. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you on the next hunt.